Hey, everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're talking food, and nobody does it better than South Louisiana, and nobody in the small town does it better than Thibodaux, Louisiana, who's again nominated for one of the top food towns in small town Louisiana. Cody Gray is here, President CEO of Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. Man, that's pretty cool. We were just talking beforehand. You've been nominated for this before. You had USA Today, had a writer come down here, and they had such a great experience. You guys have moved to the top of the charts, and now kind of like Gonzaga. You were just down there for a little while. Now you're at the top all the time.
No,
we got to get a championship.
That's
though,
right.
Like Gonzaga.
That's exactly right. We're very excited to once again be nominated by USA Today. So in 2020, we received number 3 best small town food scene in the country, and then last year, 2021, we received number 2 best small town food scene in the country. And so this year, we of course want to achieve number 1.
And now is when you want to do it, right?
That's right.
When people can actually drive and go check things out.
That's right.
That was just like a shadow victory. That was like a bubble victory, like the Lakers winning a bubble victory when they were in Orlando. That was a bubble victory because you couldn't celebrate it because nobody can go out. And look, all seriousness, this was a big time for restaurants, right? Because everybody was worried, like, do we have workers? Can people come? Can we survive during this time?
Look, I mean, that was something that we really, I talk a lot about it is, we get a lot of questions of, tourism. What did y'all do during COVID?
Right.
And so, the tourism industry was just devastated. Our workforce was decimated. One of the top losses in the entire country was from tourism and hospitality field. And so, we turned our eyes locally to support restaurants during COVID in a different way, such as encouraging locals to get out and do takeout, or, we have the Cajun Bayou Food Trail, of course. Print out your map, print out your passport, and do your orders to go. And so we really promoted that heavily during COVID-19. It worked really well, and then we were able, now as we're coming out of COVID-19, we're now coming out of Hurricane Ida. We're very happy to see a lot of our partners and pretty much all of our restaurants reopen and back operational, welcoming everybody in, and really having that great atmosphere.
Right, Louisiana's Cajun Bayou, I guess, goes all up and down. Lafourche.
We are
right?
all. We
this
are
is
Lafourche
specifically
Parish.
Thibodaux, though.
Yeah, this honor is specifically to Thibodaux, Louisiana, and so it's the only city to be nominated from the state of Louisiana. So we are the only city, and then we would be named. Like I said, last year we were named number 2 in the entire country for best small town food scene by USA Today, which is a major publication.
So yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Does that mean the food tastes better? The food is prepared better? What does that mean? Small town food scene.
Yes. So the scene encompasses not just the food. So it encompasses the people, the restaurants, the culture, the area, the vibe that you feel more or less whenever you go to the destination and eat there. And of course, the way we promote it and the way we talk about it is you don't just go out to eat here. You go out for an entire experience. It's not just the food. The food is a major portion of it, don't get me wrong, but the food is incredible. The way it's served, how friendly, like, whenever you go in, the owner of the restaurant comes out and talks to you at the table. I mean, that's something that we hear commented from visitors all the time that they don't see anywhere else when they visit different destinations.
What's wrong with y'all? But yeah.
Exactly. So that scene is all encompassing. It's very special, to talk about the people, the culture, the food, the atmosphere that visitors experience whenever they come to Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
Well, let's talk about some of the folks that are on your map. You said you got a little map. When I was a kid, it was Sunday. We went to church. We went to a couple places. One of them was Chacahula. We'd go to Chester's, right? That was a deal. It was atmosphere because I go play with the frogs out in the front. And, I always thought they got the frog legs from in the ditch in the front. I don't think they did. But anyway, so let's talk about some of the ones. Sure. Another one of our trips used to be Bolello's, which is now it's turned into Polite's.
Yes.
But that was a big restaurant for us in the day. Talk about some of your restaurants.
Sure. So the map you're referencing is the Cajun Bayou Food Trail. There's a map and a passport. We launched the official food trail back several years ago, and it's an award-winning food trail. It's become very, very popular, one of the top things for visitors to do in our area. And so we have 15 different restaurants that span Bayou Lafourche, not just Thibodaux, but all the way down the bayou, that are on the food trail. So, of course, if you print out the map, you can find it all on our website. If you print out the map, print out your passport, they stamp it, you get a T-shirt. But to talk more about the restaurants that are on that's on the trail, you have places such as Sinclair and downtown Thibodaux that's more kind of an upscale type of eatery. And then as you go down the bayou, you go to places like Cher Me Seafood, The Balcony down in La Rose are all great places.
buffet.
Rose's Cafe, which is now rebranded as Griffin's Cafe. All of those locally owned restaurants, they're all so uniquely different and have such different recipes, different, just different owners and different atmosphere whenever you go in and dine there. And so it's a great way to showcase our whole culinary culture to visitors.
Yeah, and it's so cool. And I guess I got to tear down Homa a little bit before I can pump up Thibodeau. We seem to do these franchises, right? Which are great, and I'm glad they're here, and they have general managers and all. They don't have owners like they do. You can't go talk to the guy in the chef in the back like you can at so many. So the Old Bolel, you said Geno's.
Geno's at the Legion, yeah,
is one of those. Freeman's is there.
Yeah.
Sinclair, Cuvée. Flanagan's, Peppers, the Culinary Institute's pumping out a lot of talent to go to it. The False Institute. You got Spars, you got Big Mike's, you got all of these places that are locally owned, and I wish we would have that a little more here.
And so that's something that we're very proud of. So and of course, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but that's something we hear from journalists, from public relations, from visitors, even just from residents about you don't have that commercial feel. It's you're able to go into these restaurants and they're locally owned. They have that local flavor from generations of Cajun cooking that have been handed down. I mean, Cajun Twist and Lockport and Galliano is a prime example of that, of those recipes that Chef Anthony has had for generations that they prepare in their restaurant. And you can go there and experience those for yourself. And it's very special.
Can we vote on it?
Yes, you can. You absolutely can vote. So we are hounding everybody to vote for Thibodeau from now until June 6th.
USA Today.
USA Today. If you go to @LA Cajun Bayou on social media, you will find a post on there with the link to go and vote directly for Thibodeau. So please like, share, comment, and all that good stuff.
All right. Thanks a lot. It's Cody Gray. We'll be right back with more Bayou Time after this.